father demanded a DNA test for my grandfather's inheritance. I'm Jake, a 32-year-old software developer from Boise, Idaho, living a quiet life with my wife and 2 kids in a suburban split level. My family has always been tight-knit, especially around my grandpa, Hank, a grizzled World War II vet who built a small real estate empire in the 70s. On a crisp October morning, October 15th, 2025, I was sipping my black coffee when my phone buzzed with a call from Dad. His voice was tight. "Jake, I need you to get a DNA test. Grandpa's will just dropped, and I think you're not my son." My coffee mug slipped, splashing onto the counter. What the hell? I laughed it off at first, thinking it was a bad joke. Dad's got a dry sense of humor from his years as a car salesman. But his silence said it all. Grandpa Hank passed last month, leaving a $2 million estate split between his 3 kids' dad, Aunt Lisa, and Uncle Mike. Now, Dad's claiming I might not be his, threatening to contest the will unless I prove it. My stomach churned. This wasn't just family drama, it was a legal grenade. I decided to dig into this mess, my curiosity overriding the shock. That afternoon, I met Dad at our usual diner, the neon open sign buzzing overhead. Over a plate of fries, I pressed him. "Why now, Dad?" He shifted, his eyes avoiding mine. "Your mom. She hinted at something years ago, a fling before we married. I ignored it, but with the inheritance, I can't risk it." His hands trembled around his coffee mug. I nodded, forcing a smile, but my mind raced. Mom's been gone 5 years, and this was news to me. I started digging. Old photo albums revealed gap pictures of Mom pregnant with me, but none of Dad. With her, during that time, a quick call to Aunt Lisa confirmed she'd heard whispers too, though she dismissed them as gossip. Uncle Mike, always the skeptic, suggested a lawyer was pushing Dad to challenge the will for a bigger cut. My heart sank. That night, I scrolled through Mom's old emails saved on a backup drive, finding a cryptic note. "Hank, I need to tell you something about Jake." I needed proof, so I ordered a DNA kit, my sneakers crunching the fall leaves as I mailed it off. 2 weeks later, the kit results landed in my inbox. I was at my desk, kids napping upstairs, when I opened the email. My pulse hammered as I scrolled. 99.9% match to Dad. Relief washed over me. But then I saw the footnote. A 12% match to Uncle Mike. Higher than expected for an uncle. Pause, one south my breath caught. I confronted Dad at his house, the TV blaring a football game as I showed him the screen. "It says, I'm your son, but what's with Mike?" He paled, admitting he'd suspected a mix-up maybe. Mom and Mike had a moment, and I was the result. He broke down, confessing he'd hired a pie to dig into it. The will contests a desperate move to protect his share. The truth hit like a freight train. Mom's note to Grandpa hinted at a family secret. Uncle Mike might be my biological father. Dad swore he still raised me as his own, but the inheritance fight had warped his trust. I recorded it all, my hands shaking, the weight of it crushing me. The betrayal stung like a Boise winter wind. Dad begged me to keep quiet, saying it was a mistake born of greed, not hate. He sobbed, promising to drop the contest, but the damage was done. I moved to the guest room, wrestling with love and rage, unsure who to trust. Days turned to weeks, with Aunt Lisa's calls filled with confusion and Uncle Mike's silence deafening. The neighborhood buzzed with rumors, and I avoided the local bar, fearing judgmental stares. I took solace in long drives along the Snake River, the water offering no answers. Uncle Mike finally called, admitting a brief affair with Mom before her marriage, but swearing he didn't know about me. Dad left notes, apologies, and old fishing photos, but the DNA shadow loomed. My kids' questions, why's Grandpa? Sad, pierced my resolve, their innocence a silent plea for unity. One chilly November evening, as Thanksgiving buzzed with turkey and pumpkin pie at Aunt Lisa's, I found Dad alone by the fireplace, staring at Grandpa's old war medals. Fairy lights twinkled on the mantel, casting a warm glow on his weary face. My kids ran to him, and I followed, my anger thawing. He looked up, eyes red, whispering, "Jake, I'm sorry. I'll fix this." The family faded, leaving us hurting, but tied by blood and history, under the Thanksgiving fairy lights. With my kids between us, I took Dad's hand, his grip shaky yet familiar. The DNA test had fractured us, but his tears and my kids' laughter stitched us back. I didn't forgive him that night, but I agreed to try for my children, for the legacy Grandpa built, and for a chance to heal. As the family sang a clumsy, Sweet Caroline, a tear slipped down my cheek. A quiet promise that even fractured trust could mend, rooted in our Idaho home.